Appendix, the Leone Statement. The Bologna Congress of the Socialist Party proclaims and recognizes that the Russian Revolution, which it salutes as the most magnificent event in the history of the world proletariat, has sparked the necessity to facilitate its expansion into all the countries of capitalist civilization. It believes that the methods and forms of this revolutionary expansion, destined to transform the Russian upheaval into a total social revolution, are to be sought in the models of a revolution which, although it is called Russian in reference to geography, is universal in character, a revolution founded on the principle of uniting the proletarians of the world. The lessons we may learn from this revolution of the Soviets, a revolution which has realized in practice all the expectations of the authentic champions of the cause of socialism, may be summarized in the following points. 1. The class struggle has been revealed as the true engine of the present history of mankind, demonstrating its capacity to smash the social national union, to which bourgeois governments with their mystifications intended to entrust the task of eliminating or delaying it. 2. The socialist revolution has manifested a twofold movement in practice. A movement of erosion and emptying of state powers and negation of the fundamental institutions which democratic forms utilize to deflect the historical mission of the proletariat, that is, constituent assemblies, which place oppressed and oppressors on a sham footing of legal equality, and the parliaments which emerge from them, complementary organs of state sovereignty, and not expressions of the popular will. B. A movement of construction, thanks to a class organ of new creativity, the Soviet of workers, peasants, and soldiers, which, as an organ linking all the oppressed desirous of attaining the giddy heights already reached by the Russian pioneers, should henceforth be established throughout Italy and Western Europe, and whose social composition should consist of the masses of workers and peasants, and also, without abandoning their individual specificity, the parties which conduct a revolutionary campaign for the abolition of private ownership and the powers of the bourgeois state, the trade unions, which will operate on a more elevated and revolutionary socio-political level within the Soviet than they have hitherto achieved on account of their cooperative structure, the members of the cooperative movement, who in the Soviet will be able to struggle against the capitalist regime as allies of the wage earners, making up for the revolutionary inactivity of their organization, and the working class leagues of war veterans. 3. The political struggle against the state, a military organ of war, in every political form open to it, must, as in Russia, have passion and rebellious elan, because socialism has been transformed from a pure problem in social logic into a furnace of ardor and enthusiasm, by implanting in the civil and military proletariat the confidence that they can effect the transfer of power to the Soviets, and subsequently defend them against any revolutionary attack. This, and nothing else, is the summons to violence that the Russian pioneers challenge us with. It is a debt of honor and a necessity for us to take it up, rather than the conflict and chaos against which socialism in Russia has become the guarantee, as the bearer of a new order. 4. The Russian Bolshevik Party, and equally the Italian Socialist Party, will not give up its existence until the Soviet experiment has reached full maturity, an experiment which must at once be initiated, though it must subordinate all its activities to the principles suggested by the Russian revolutionary experience, which teaches that only the proletariat grouped in Soviets, which are superior to parties, schools, corporations, may take great historical initiatives, and bring them to a triumphant conclusion.